So I think what we've done this afternoon for collaboration velocity, I think it's fair to say we've all joined in an experience of setting out what we think it might be, but then not thinking we're too smart to actually demonstrate it and then try and capture it. So I'm just going to share some screens along those lines. We did an exercise in post-it gathering, which Craig, if you just want to describe what we did with your span board.
Sure. So I posed the question in terms of how a business is finding responding to the kind of on-off nature of the impact of COVID in terms of restrictions on people and business. Invited people to think about what that meant to them and their own experiences by adding post-its, and then we considered, what were the key challenges in all of that and what opportunities we might choose to take forward and explore a bit further in terms of a deep dive.
Yeah, smashing. And then we picked up that deep dive from Span and we went into our big picture board. So we choose which ones we went with digital skills. And we actually then went down into our big picture board, which you can see is a little bit messy. But this happens when you open out the conversation. One of the observations we've had this afternoon is that when you give people roles to play and they're happy doing that, they will all contribute. So you can see quite a busy board, and we've made connections between symbols. We visited different parts of the business. We've all been holding our symbols and expressing our thoughts and making connections. And what that has allowed us to do is to take those initial assumptions or hunches around collaboration velocity and actually explore it out a little bit. And with any good bit of science, in terms of a formula, what we're seeking to do is to then bring that together with a bit of data. And there's been some data work going on with Adam, who's done a marvelous job. Graphing wasn't part of the task, but you've done some stuff. So could you take us through this slide, Adam, and just explain and kind of bring it together?
So we've been trying to work out what is required to have good collaboration. And I think from the conversations we had, I've been graphing. So on the top right hand side, you'll see a bar chart of the different types of utterances and interactions that have been going on throughout the session. But what it boils down to is I think there's a level at which healthy collaboration can be achieved. So I think we determined that there are ways of making and doing and being active in the team and a clarity of question, and ultimately things need to then be closed. So can we agree the focus? And so in this particular pie chart, we may not have hit the sweet spot, but I think what we've decided in the rest of the diagram there is what we believe is the ultimate way to get the right level of interactions to have a good and healthy collaboration session.